So good morning guys, we're here today just outside Thornbury in South Gloucestershire. We're just going to take a little look down at HMP Eastwood Park. Ladies prison. And we're just going to take a walk down the road now and see what's happening down at this establishment. So there's a long road to it. There's no signs. It says private road, access and parking for authorised persons only. So HMP Eastwood Park, women's prison, population 442 as of October 2016. It's classed as a closed prison, adult female. There's a story about a brain injured inmate which has been held in inhumane conditions and effective solitary confinement for more than 2 years. A prison watchdog has found. The woman who's being held here at Eastwood Park has behavioural problems and a personality disorder. The watchdog described her treatment as unlawful and noted that facilities for men were not available for women. The Ministry of Justice said it was working closely with partner agencies to better meet her needs. The woman was left with her brain injury from being a child. So here we have the HM Prison and Probation Service, Staff Training and Development Site. Crown property, no parking, unauthorised vehicles will be removed. So we'll continue on down the access road for a little bit. I'm hoping the sound's okay today guys. The wind's a little bit breezy. We're trying out the new furry windsock today, so we'll see how we get on. So let me explain who we are and what we try and do. We are expose and educate. Normally there is 2 of us. The big fella's not with me today due to prior commitment, so I've come out on my own today just to see what we can find. As I say, we are expose and educate. We are out and about to expose the people that want to abuse our rights to film in public and from publicly accessible places. And we are also hoping to educate those that think they can do this and educate them into the fact that photography is not a crime. Actually, the wind's getting up, so I hope the windsock is doing its job. A very quiet place to live. Not quite sure how long this road is. Hopefully later this week we'll be doing a little video from the men's prison, which is just up the road. As you come off the M5, it says Eastwood Park is to the left and then the male's prison is up and to the right, so we will be visiting them one day this week. That should be particularly interesting because we've recently found out up to 90% of inmates up there are in actual fact sex offenders. So the local area, there's rural Gloucestershire or South Gloucestershire Not sure if this is from a recent fall in the wind or whether it's just to stop people driving up and parking on the grass. Obviously staff car park only, not interested in the cars parked in there. All parked under an awfully big tree, which if the storms come that they say are going to come, it could be a little bit iffy. So let's just double check the signage, make sure there's nothing to stop us going where we're going. We don't want to infringe on anybody else's rules and regulations. So as I say, this is Eastwood Park. Quite a huge car park actually, plenty of stuff. And if this is the prison cat. Hello Puss, how you doing? Hello, hello. Okay, so we have a bit of a construction site. I'm just going to walk down this way just to see who this bit of land belongs to. Okay. Foulfield Sewage Treatment Works, Wessex Water. Can't really see anything from here. Right next door though, bees. I don't know if you can see in there, guys. It's very bushy and twiggy, but yeah, beekeeping going on. Looks like they're all closed out for the winter. Obviously the prison car park spreads an awful long way. Lots of cars. Not sure of the amount of staff that work here. Obviously some pieces of information are kept fairly private. Not sure quite why. So we'll have a little look at the construction site before we go any further. So we've got a chimney sweeps van. So if you need your chimney swept in this local area, guys, there's the number to give him a ring. Obviously the standard signs, no children playing here, keep out, construction. So not sure if this is for the water treatment works or whether this is actually for the prison. But this is the back of the prison, guys. Goes off up and round the corner. We could have a little look down this way. It says that we're on CCTV. No signs anywhere though to say that we're not allowed down here. And a sign there, guys. If you see anything suspicious around the perimeter of the prison, please phone the number. Of course the question is, would that mean somebody would find this suspicious? I guess they've just got to get used to the fact that more and more people are filming in public, and that you know, go back to 2000, mobile phones weren't as prominent. So things change. I won't say they always change for the better, but I think the more people that are aware of filming and photography not being an unlawful pastime, perfectly legal thing to do. So this says HM Prison Service, no unauthorised access. I'm assuming that means down there, but doesn't make it clear, and you can hardly read it. I'm assuming it means no unauthorised access into the prison. So as we wander around the back, I don't know if you can make it out through the trees, guys, there's a few buildings and everything. Not sure what that is, could be part of the water treatment works. Good morning, sir.
Okay.
How are you?
Yeah, good.
Good, good. Could I ask you a quick question, would you mind?
What's the question?
There's been a report apparently of a young lady here that's been in solitary confinement for over 2 years with mental health problems.
You need to speak to the press conference.
Is there a press office or a number I can contact them on?
Ring the main switchboard on 01454 382100. Somebody there will be able to.
Lovely, thank you very much. Very friendly officer there. Obviously doing his morning patrol, making sure that nobody's up to anything. So yeah, there's a few caravans or something through there. Poor fella looked a little bit cold. You think he'd wear a woolly hat or something. That said, it is very chilly this morning. Nice and early though, so as they say, the early bird catches the worm. The sounds coming from inside the prison, just trolleys or something being moved around. Not sure what time the breakfast period here is at Eastwood Park. Couldn't really find out about any work that the ladies do here, whether they do work for outdoor companies, outside companies, or whether it's, as some prisons are, making bedding or clothing items for the whole of the prison service. We'll see if we can chat to somebody and find out. This is absolutely massive. Didn't realise that this was such a big place. Seems to stretch on for miles. I suppose if any prison officers are smokers, they might volunteer for the patrol round the outside, give them a chance for a nice leisurely walk and a smoke. Or if they like a crafty tipple out of a hip flask, it's a good place to do it. Yeah, it's a sort of prison that if you didn't know it was here, you'd have no reason to expect that this quiet part of Gloucestershire housed such an establishment. I mean, the access road looks very normal, apart from the odd sign. You certainly wouldn't know. So we've just turned to head towards the front of the prison again. We'll see if anybody else is happy to make a comment about the watchdog report about the lady with mental health issues. Apparently she had mental health issues from a child, bless her, and sent to prison for quite a nasty assault, but to be kept in solitary confinement and for over 2 years, a little bit inhumane. Unfortunately, as the watchdog said, men's prisons get a lot more facilities offered to them, but unfortunately ladies in jail, very, very limited help. Lots of open space. There's a road over on that piece of land. Don't know who that belongs to. Never quite sure why they make prisons with such angles. You know, surely straight walls would be better, but there we are, less corners. So we have. Not quite sure when the prison was built. Might be able to find that out if we ask a friendly prison officer. So we're heading back towards the front of the prison now, having done a loop of the exterior fence. It's double fenced. I don't know if you can see that. There's a fence on the inside of this external one. They're just surrounded by miles and miles of farmland. I should have checked actually to see if the female prison population in this country is on the increase or whether it still holds pretty steady. As we know, men's prisons are becoming very full, which is causing their own problems and everything like that. So it looks like there's a little bit more construction work on down here. Not quite sure what it is. It says all visitors must report. There's the standard cop out there. We've got the Crown accepts get my words out. The Crown accepts no liability at law in respect of loss or damage to any vehicle, its contents or accessories, and that's the order by the government. Morning, mate. Don't want to be on? I can turn it away from you.
No, it's alright, I just wondered what it was.
Just doing a little story. There's an inmate in here that's got mental health issues, and she's been in solitary confinement for over 2 years. They can't give her any help. And I'm just trying to cover the story to say that's pretty inhumane. The watchdog's been involved. He suggested that she gets help, but unfortunately the female prison system is very poor. Men get a lot of help. So just highlighting the story really. So
I don't know, I can't comment on
no,
that.
of course not, mate. I just wondered what this was. Was this going to be part of the prison?
No.
Right. Okay, I'll leave you in peace then, mate.
No, that's alright.
No worries. Thanks a lot. So the old communications mast, they've obviously got satellite television. Not sure if that's for the officers or the inmates. Obviously that guy didn't want to say too much, even though he's only a civvy. He waved me away with the camera, so I decided I wouldn't wind him up and point it in his face. So you know, that's one of those things. So we're at the front of the prison now. So we'll just have a look at the HMP Eastwood Park. It's a no smoking establishment for staff, visitors and contractors who are not permitted to smoke or bring smoking items into the prison. Or gratuities to officers are forbidden. Yeah, I wonder if that's a stringent, maybe that should be number 1. No person under the age of 18 will be admitted unless visiting a parent. And there we have a copy of the Prison Act 1952, which basically tells you all the things that you shouldn't do: drugs, firearms, alcohol, mobile phones, you know, you name it. Haven't heard a lot of bad things about this place with prison officers smuggling in drugs or anything else. So HMP Eastwood Park, zero tolerance to violence. Everyone has a right to live, work and develop in a safe environment which is free from fear, abuse, harm or oppression. That would actually question the fact about the young lady with the mental health issues that unfortunately has been in solitary confinement for over 2 years. So a couple of young ladies just coming into work, been dropped off. So won't take the private car details, we'll just film what's coming and goings. As I say, there's like a bus shelter or something, and another unit which is probably where the visitors come and book in and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's a bit of disabled parking. Not sure obviously if people have to have the blue badge system in place, but looking at it, this one here certainly hasn't. It's good to see that there are so many disabled spaces. Obviously, sometimes you never seem to find enough of them. This section of the prison in front of me now, I don't know if you can see the internal fence, seems to be fenced off from the rest. That often suggests in HMPs that it's a special unit for sex offenders or people that have committed other heinous crimes and need to be kept away from the rest of the prison. Because the lorry's on tick over at the moment, I'm just going to drop this for a second, pick it up in a bit. Just pick the filming back up, guys. I'm just going to see if I can catch a couple of people and find out about education and work for the ladies here at Eastwood Park. If anybody's willing to speak. Sort of tested the water by facing the camera down, which didn't seem to bother them. So now we've had 2 or 3 go in that condition, then we'll try our luck and we'll see what happens. But yeah, so the guys have just gone in. I didn't want to film them because they were working. They have confirmed there's new things being built. Obviously the population is growing and facilities need to be made more readily available, which is a good thing, you know, if it's needed. So morning. Morning. Good morning. So everybody seems to be very friendly. You know, even the guy that came across me while I was walking around the perimeter didn't ask what I was doing or anything. When I said good morning, he answered quite nicely, then answered a couple of questions. So we'll leave it a little bit longer, and we'll see if everybody's of the same sort of mindset. It's obviously very well protected from pointing. I could point it through cracks in the gate if I wanted to. I don't see the point of antagonising in that sense. So we'll give it a little bit longer and then we'll call it a day. So we have a prison van just turning up now, presumably to either drop somebody off or collect somebody to go to court. The infamous Serco company. No contact whatsoever from the guys in the van. We won't look in through the gate at the moment, we'll just see the booking in procedure. The guy working the gate today doesn't look very happy, bless him. So we're just going to follow the van in. So you can see a crane in the background for the work that's taking place. Morning, mate.
You can't be filming in here.
Sorry?
You can't be filming inside the jail.
I'm filming the gate.
Yeah, but just don't point the camera this way, please.
Why is that then?
You're on private property at the moment, sir.
Is that... Where does it say that, bud? I haven't seen a sign. Hello? Hello?
I'm not going to talk to you with your camera on, sir.
No, I'm not filming. I haven't...
I don't consent to you.
No, I haven't seen any signs. Otherwise, I wouldn't be stood here.
Any HM prison is private property, sir.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Do you not think it would be a good idea to put some signs up?
I'm not the one who puts the sign.
Because I saw one of your colleagues around the back doing his patrol, and we had a nice little chat.
Yeah.
And he didn't say anything. Otherwise, I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, I just prefer to film inside the gate.
You'd prefer I didn't.
Yeah.
So it's not a rule then? No? Okay. Alright, thanks very much. Cheers. Morning. Cheer up, it can't be that bad going to work, I know. So there we go, guys. Told that I'm on private property and I'm not allowed to film. I don't think they'd do that if it was the BBC or the ITV, but there's not a sign anywhere to say that. I've just suggested that might be a useful thing to do. It's not as if I can see in the prison anyway, but there we go. I suppose some people just don't understand the law surrounding photography and where in fact you can actually do it. Morning. Don't look so worried.
You're not allowed to film.
Sorry, where does it say that?
This is like government property. This isn't public property.
It's just that I've had a look. Haven't seen any signs. Had a nice chat with an officer around the back when I was doing my story. So have you got something to show me that? Because obviously if I had BBC on my jacket, I'd probably be allowed, wouldn't I?
I'll double check.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate that. I'm just trying to find out if the women have got any work that they do for outside companies, or whether it's all like prison-based stuff. I don't think they sew mailbags. I mean, that's an old-fashioned thing, but just that sort of thing.
We're the right people to ask.
No, well, I just got an engagement. I wasn't actually asking, you know. What I tend to do is I wait until people speak to me, and then I like to answer their questions, because I'm not here to cause any trouble. I was doing a story on the young lady that spent 2 years in solitary confinement with mental health issues. That's a bit concerning. You'd think that women's prisons would get as much help as men's prisons, but they obviously don't. But anyway, have a good day. Try and smile. It can't be that bad.
It's a bit cold this morning.
It's warmer than yesterday, though,
very
isn't it? Have a good day. Well, that's answered one of my questions. As a fairly new auditor, this is only our, what are we on now, 4th interaction out with the camera. Obviously the big fella's not here today. Just in general, things are starting to pick up. People are starting to tell me that I can't film here, it's government, it's all the rest of it. You make the suggestion of putting some signs up to say that, and of course they can't because it's not against the law. So you just seen I tried asking about work for the women, and obviously they're the wrong people, so I'm assuming they're just office staff, maybe probation, stuff like that. The people with the keys don't seem to want to interact. A lady's kindly gone and said she will find out about the law surrounding the filming for me, because and I hope she comes back. Be very kind of her if she does. As I said, I think if I had BBC or Channel 4 or Sky News, I don't think I'd get a problem. Just been given a thumbs up by the van driver. He was obviously looking a little bit bemused. Poor fella stood in the middle of it all just trying to drop off a parcel. Probably a secret audit watcher. If I'd have been a bit quicker, I'd have said to him, subscribe. I'm still learning the ropes at the moment, so you know, early days, early mistakes. So I'm figuring that most of the people that are coming to work are probably here by now. So it's probably going to start to slow down, but I will wait for the lady who's going to come back out and speak to me, because I'd like to see who she sends or whatever. So morning, sir.
Morning.
I'm just trying to find out if the ladies do any work for businesses outside of the
I'm not
premises.
going to be able to say anything.
No,
Sorry, sir.
you're not education, or that's fine. You don't want to say what it's like working in a women's prison? No, they've obviously all been told not to speak to the likes of us. So we'll give it a few more minutes, guys. Okay, so just picking it up, guys. There's another couple of people coming down. It's been a good 5 or 10 minutes. No sign of the lady that said I couldn't film because it's government property. She hasn't come back. I don't know if she's got to go to the other end of the prison to an office, or whether she's just discussing with somebody the whys and wherefores. So we'll give her a little bit longer. There's a couple more coming down the road, so we will see if we can get any engagements and that sort of thing. So here's the man with the dog, doing a great job, I hope.
You alright?
Beautiful dog.
One. Don't let him see that on top there. What are you making?
I'm doing a little film about the lady that's been in solitary confinement for over 2 years with mental health issues. I don't know if she's still here or whether she's moved on. The watchdog did a thing on it and said it was inhumane. But also trying to find out if the women here do any work for outside companies, or whether it's all just prison-based stuff.
Oh, right.
But nobody wants to tell me.
You'd have to go through the media, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I've asked the fella, but he's not giving me any contact. So thanks a lot. Have a good day. Morning, ladies. Are you education by any chance?
No.
Just trying to find out if the ladies do any work for companies outside or stuff, you know. Anyway, have a good day. Thank you very much. So there you go, the old drug dog. I'm assuming he's a drug dog. Just taking him out for a walk. Very nice interaction. made a little joke about my windsock at the moment because I've got the furry one on, so don't let the dog see it. So good to have a little bit of humour from some of the staff, and I always appreciate the guys with the dogs and the work they do. Good morning. Morning. Obviously another concerned individual. Didn't really want to talk, but happy to ask the guy behind the gate, does he know I'm filming? So you would think, guys, that the prison service would have sent a memo around just like the police have about people filming, and you'd like to think that they'd be a little bit more interacting on a friendly basis. But then I suppose, like everybody else says, what have they got to hide? That is the question, isn't it? You know, if they've got something to hide, then that would explain it. But this is it. We need to educate these people that filming is not a crime. I mean, I bet they all do it when they go to the seaside or on holiday. I bet they film everything, and I bet they capture other people's images all the time. Men, women, children, animals, you know, let's be honest about it, there is no dividing factor in that. It's just that it seems to be the premises that people choose to get upset about. With the body coming down the road, so we will just wait and see if we get any interaction. Sounds like a dog van. Just got the thumbs up from the dog guy. If everybody could be like that, I don't see what the problem is. He's obviously a good officer, obviously got nothing to hide from anything at all, and it's just a shame that some people do choose to be offhand and miserable at times, you know. You know, I can't even get an answer to if the women do the gardens or anything. Morning. Bit chilly again. So yeah, I take it the dog van's taking his dog up the field for a walk, give him some good exercise. Hopefully gets him working later on and tries to start. I don't know if there's a drug problem here at Eastwood Park, but unfortunately most prisons seem to have a drug problem. So hopefully he can track down some of that. The measures are pretty stringent here, so I'm assuming that if it is going in through the gates, it's coming in with people with chains and keys and that sort of thing. At the end of the day, the lady still hasn't come back to tell me about the filming inside, so we'll just take a little sweep across the gateway. Just a little sweep across so you can see up inside, obviously where people tend to go. More people with keys going in. No further stupid comments. Morning, mate. A little bit of concern, this fella on the gate. I don't know if he's been in the job long or he normally works on the wings, but every time he opens the gate he's like a frightened rabbit caught in the headlights. Well, I think if the big fella could have made it today, he'd have probably enjoyed filming here. As I said, we're new to all this, so any comments, give us advice, stuff like that, feel free. Click like, click share, and of course the famous question, will you click the subscribe button? Morning, ladies. Some late night scene, I think. You all look a bit tired. How many, sorry? Oh my word. Is that because of staff shortages then? COVID or?
No.
Just like the overtime?
No, standard days.
Oh really? My word. Get onto the union about that, I think. I don't suppose anybody can answer a quick question. Do the ladies do work for outside companies here, like some prisons?
I don't know, you'd have to ask her.
I tried. I'm waiting for a lady to come back out, but it's like excuse the pun, it's a bit like Fort Knox. I know there's been a lot of very friendly people. I mean, I've just spoken to the guy with the dog, and I said to him, keep up the good work, because, you know, we don't want drugs in here, do we? Try and give the ladies a chance to get on the straight and narrow. He is just booking in this lorry, so it might take you a couple of minutes. You need a coffee, is that what you're trying to rush him? Here he is, he's back again. What a beautiful dog he's got, isn't it? Although he did take a fancy to my microphone. But, morning. So do you take the dog up the fields, because you're surrounded by some lovely?
That was a beautiful area, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, which side do you want? You want profile? Hey, no worries, bud. Nothing to hide.
No, no one has.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the job you've got. So let's just go and have a little wander towards the man. I think he's going to drive off, actually. Yeah, he's got his footage, so he's fairly happy. But if he comes back this way, we'll just ask him about the photograph and tell him about GDPR, masks and tins and coffee cups and all this sort of stuff. And of course, with the wind, it's starting to blow stuff away. Not really good for the environment. So yeah. So another thing. Sir, could I just thought, looking at that, thought suspicious package. Can I ask you a question, please?
Is it on sport?
No. Do you want it to be?
Yes.
Who was the best England goalkeeper ever?
Seaman.
Gordon Banks, surely.
Yeah, nah, one save, that was Banksy, wasn't it?
Just a quick question, because you took my photo,
Yeah.
have you got a name or a contact number that I can get in touch for a copy under GDPR?
I expect so.
You expect so?
Not at this very moment.
No, I can see you're probably busy. What do I do? Just contact the prison?
Yeah.
Yeah? Thank you very much. There we go, some of the girls even being transferred or taken to court today. Not sure what size van that is, whether that's a two or a single van. Maybe we need to find Serco's depot and do a little story down in Serco. Could be interesting. Anyway, I think our time's probably up here. Sun shining.
Just to let you know about the cameras and that, you're on CCTV as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
so
obviously, like I said, nothing to hide, just doing a
Yeah,
general interest
yeah.
story. Thanks for that,
It's a
mate.
shame you're not doing a documentary on how well the staff and
Do you know, if somebody would speak to me, I want to support the prison service, because you do a great job. There's a dog handler.
Oh, okay, what's his name?
Oh, I can't remember now. For some reason, all dog handlers seem to be big fellas.
Yeah.
He was amazing, absolutely amazing. He did tell me a sad story. One of his dogs turned on him one day, and he had to put it down. And I said, oh, that's a real shame. But he had to disconnect, because he said he just took it down the end of the garden, shot it and buried it, and that was it. Honestly.
No, he didn't.
Honestly. I swear to you, I promise you.
I'll tell you what, you need to check your facts, because people are making you look an idiot.
He told me.
That's rubbish.
Honestly.
You can't do things like that.
He might have been winding me up.
I don't know what world you come from.
Well, it's
but
the
that
Isle of Wight.
things
You know
don't
what they're
happen.
like on the Isle of Wight.
That's a good deal of work now. Parker.
Well, it's all. I was doing some research on it. It's all become one prison now.
Yeah.
It used to be
It's all
three,
run by
didn't
one
it?
Governor. Yeah.
It used to be Camp Hill, Parkhurst, and the other one.
Yeah, there was
Because of course the Crays were there, weren't they?
Yeah,
At different times.
When it was a high security
Yeah,
state, but it's not
yeah.
a high security state anymore.
Got some great history, Parkhurst, you know.
Yes, I know.
They've even got a hole in the ground, like a cell that they used to put people in. Because you can go in, there's a visitor centre. There's a visitor centre, you can go in.
I'll tell you where you want to visit.
Yeah.
Go down to Dartmoor Visitor Centre.
Funnily enough, it's on the list for the summer, because at this
That is-
time of year it's...
That is really interesting. And you'll see the real...
just had some
then
friends
you
go
might
down.
find some facts instead of things that people have told you.
Do you know what they say about facts though?
Go on.
It's whether you choose to believe them or not, because we're filled with facts. Look at COVID, we're filled with so-called facts. Oh, I'll let you
No,
get
it's right,
that.
no, it's right.
Yeah, but you know, no, I wish that the police, the prison service would be more interactive, because there's a disconnect between the public and certain members of the emergency services and prison staff, and we're trying to bridge that gap. You know, because you do a fantastic
Yeah, but
job.
you don't do it properly, you don't look for facts. All you do is look for what you read on the internet.
Oh no, never trust the internet, not unless you put it on
your
yourself.
fact about the dog handler that shot his dog at the end
Well,
of
only
the
'cause
garden.
he told me.
What a load of rubbish. See, you're believing them.
Yeah, but he told me.
I'd have got it in writing.
If I'd
don't
got it
sign
from somebody else, I'd have took it with a pinch
Who
of
was, what's
salt.
he called?
The dog,
No, the dog handler.
I can't remember honestly.
He'd be sacked.
It's the Isle of Wight.
No.
Things are different.
No.
I go there on holiday a lot, and it's very, very different. You know.
I won't go there for a while.
Did you?
It's not that bad. What are you trying to say about the people of Isle of Wight?
6 toes. You have a good day. Good morning. He's a lovely chap, isn't he?
Yeah.
Great sense of humour. Oh, look at that sunshine. You brought the sun with you.
Yeah, beautiful, yeah.
I'm actually waiting for a lady to come out and speak to me, but I think she's not bothering. So I just wanted to find out if the ladies do work for outside companies, like some prisons do, or whether it's all prison based. I'm sure they don't sew mailbags like they used to, but you'd think it was a top secret question. What, they sew mailbags? Oh.
I think they work outside.
Oh, good.
Some of them do.
Good.
I'm sure they do.
Good. Because we need to rehabilitate, don't we?
Oh, definitely.
You know,
I
without a
completely-
doubt.
I mean, I'm a nursery nurse on the mother and baby unit.
Oh, lovely.
So, and one of them does want to do work with us eventually.
Oh, brilliant.
So they,
Yeah.
I know that they do this.
Because
hopefully.
people can make mistakes in life, can't they? You know. In fact, I was watching Bad Girls last night.
Oh, right, yeah.
What a load of rubbish, I've got to say. But mother and baby unit
Yeah.
didn't really, because they only stay with them so long, don't they?
18 months.
Oh, it's 18 months
Yeah,
now.
we've got one that's just had an extension. So he was premature, so he will be staying with mum till he goes. Saturday.
Oh,
So
lovely.
the baby. He'll be a bit older.
Yes,
But,
yeah.
So that's good.
Not a great start in life though, being born behind bars, but hey, life.
Isn't it bad, do you think? 'Cause the unit's really nice, and we can take them out in the car. We're
Oh,
taking them out in the
brilliant.
car this afternoon.
Well,
The
keep up the
ones
good
on
work.
Smart- yeah, thank
I'm
you.
sure a lot of people appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. Have a good day, guys. Say goodbye to the gate man, because the lady's not coming out to interact with us. And I think because we've just had that lovely interaction with the lady telling us about the mother and baby unit, I think we'll probably call it a day today, guys. So here apparently babies stay with mums for 18 months. That gives a little bit more of a bonding time, but then you would hope that the mothers haven't got much longer to serve after that, because that must be one hell of a wrench to have your baby taken away. But that lady was saying, you know, they take them out in the car and go places, so interaction on that is a wonderful thing. And on that note, I think we'll call it a day and head off for a coffee. Morning, ladies. And yeah, as I said, so from Expose and Educate, without the big fella today. Keep watching, guys. Click the subscribe button, click like if you've got any comments at all, any advice on what we're doing, anything you think I could have done differently today, please let us know, because we're new to this, but we agree with what every single one of you out there is doing. You know, we've seen the way people like Live Free have been treated. AB, the wonderful man who goes around with his humour, great inspiration. There's lots of others, and over the weeks we'll probably drop a few names in. I mean, of course, you can't forget Marty Blagborough, the wonderful job he's done with Pinnack. And every single one of you in your own way is an inspiration to people. You know, you've suggested that we pick up the camera and start. So me and the big fella, we've started that. As I say, we are called Expose and Educate. Expose the tyrants, educate the ignorant, and hopefully get photography in public more accepted by people in authority that seem to have something to hide. So from Expose and Educate, that's it for today. Stay safe, guys.